Just back from Dubai and terrified for the fate of the brother who told Davina Kumar he was tortured and beaten after being arrested for alleged drugs offences. 25-year-old Suneet Jeerh has spent months in a foreign jail and could face years in prison. But his sister says he and two friends suffered horrific treatment.
He was dragged into a car and he was actually beaten at the time, and he was taken to the desert where he was tortured quite severely. All three boys were. They kicked, punched him, they used a gun, they used the back of the gun to hit him on the head, where they've cut all of his head open from the back. He also was used cattle rod on his spine, where they electrocuted his whole spine down the back.
The Foreign Office is aware of claims by 25-year-old Suneet Jeerh and fellow Londoners Karl Williams and Grant Cameron that they suffered physical and mental abuse at the hands of the police. All three were arrested in the vibrant marina area of Dubai while on holiday last July. Officers claim to have found a synthetic cannabis substance called spice in their car, and they were charged with multiple drugs offences. But lawyers who visited the men in jail claim they signed statements in Arabic only after having guns held to their heads.
The statements that they signed aren't strictly confessions, but they did sign several statements in Arabic, a language none of the men understand, because they were intimidated by the policemen and because of the torture that they'd suffered.
Dubai officials emphatically deny the allegations, but David Cameron has now added his voice to concerns about the men's treatment, saying in a letter to their supporters that the matter of torture has been repeatedly raised with the authorities there. He added, "The absence of an independent medical examination of the men remains a concern, and we continue to press for evidence of a full, impartial and independent investigation." But the three Londoners who deny the charges are due to hear the verdicts against them tomorrow, just hours before a state visit to the UK by the President of the United Arab Emirates begins. It could make for awkward conversation. The British Prime Minister is being urged to put the case centre stage. Michelle Clifford, Sky News, London.